how was it meeting Shah Rukh Khan for the first time?
I remember the first time I met him, he's so warm, and I was fully going in with like, oh, hello, sir, kind of attitude. But he came and gave me a hug. The love that Jawan is getting is crazy. I always thought it was going to be a hit film, but mujhe kya pata, like everyone was nervous. I was like confidently telling Shah Rukh sir, Natalie sir, sirs, don't worry. Shah Rukh sir is like, charisma and his style, and Vijay sir is like kind of improvisation where he just say something funny and it was not even kind of meant to be there, in the script. It was like chills, like two geniuses working together.
आपको खुद टिकट्स नहीं मिल रही थी जवान की?
पहले दिन तो इम्पॉसिबल. हमें प्रोडक्शन से मांगनी पड़ी कि प्लीज यार 10 टिकट दिला दो, हमें फ्रेंड्स फैमिली को लेना है. हाय, दिस इज आलिया कुरैशी और झल्ली एंड यू आर वाचिंग बॉलीवुड हंगामा.
So let me put this together. She's a singer, she's a songwriter and she's an actor. जिनको हमने Netflix पर भी देखा है and I loved that show यार, seriously.
Oh, I'm glad.
It's so eternally confusing.
I think everyone young like related to that show because it's just our life as single people dating, it's hard. It's hard out there.
But tell us all about the journey of Jawan. ये बताएं, first of all, did you have to audition? How did you get this role?
So after Eternally, my role on Netflix, I was really looking for more work because उससे पहले I didn't think that मुझे acting करनी है seriously as a professional. I was like एक आध project आ जाए तो I'll happily do it. But after I did that, there's that hunger that came in me that I want to do more. So I wasn't getting any auditions that month that I auditioned for Jawan. So I called up all the casting agents whose numbers I had. And I was like, please, koi audition ho to like let me, test and all. So I got the number of Saurabh from Mukesh Chhabra casting company, and I called him and he was like, there's एक film है जो आप test कर सकती हो, 6 लड़कियाँ हैं. And he didn't tell me much about the project. He just said Red Chillies project है, ensemble cast, Shah Rukh Khan के साथ 6 लड़कियाँ. So I was like, okay, of course, I'll be happy to audition for that. But I was surprised by how fast it happened after that. So I auditioned. Then within a week of that first audition, I got a call from Mukesh sir's office saying, the director wants to meet you. He liked your audition. So then I went to the Red Chillies office. I met Lisa. I met Priya, his wife. And they were super sweet. And they asked me some questions about like fight training. Have you ever trained before? I've done boxing. They asked, are you willing to change your hair? Which is why I have the little bangs in the film. I was like, हाँ, shave कर दूँगी sir आपके लिए तो. And then they asked me if I'm a musician because they wanted one scene with me playing guitar with SRK. So मैंने सबको हाँ कह दिया. It worked out really well. And then within a few days of that only I got a call saying हाँ lock हो गया उस film के लिए.
Doesn't it feel like a dream?
It still feels like a dream. It's been 2 years.
Have you ever thought of like, okay, it's time to wake up? क्या हो रहा है? What is going on in your mind right now?
So right now though, it's just the love that Jawan is getting is crazy. And I know, like, I always thought it was going to be a hit film, but mujhe kya pata, like everyone was nervous. I was like confidently telling Shah Rukh sir, Natalie sir, sirs, don't worry, it's going to be great. बहुत ही super hit film होने वाली है. And they were like, इसे कुछ नहीं पता. But I was right. I think everyone on the project knew that there was a certain because it has a really strong message, and with Atlee sir's style and the writing and the message of the film, I think we all knew it was going to strike a chord with people,
So Alia, we understand that you get the audition correct, and you have this conversation with Atlee sir and you're in. When you get the script, what was going on? Like, what did you read? What came into your mind?
So I didn't get the full script because if by chance it got leaked, but I got my parts. And so the first thing I read was the first heist. I don't want to give away too much, but जो पहला heist है उसका script.
Who are you saying this to? Like, सबने देख लिया picture यार.
सबने देख लिया. Okay, fine. Well, Metro heist वाली script I got. And I was just I remember the exact day I read it, I was just blown away by the script because I was like, this is so nice. It's talking about, the farmer issues and all of this, like really like deep things that not many people want to speak about in film, And so I just got chills the first time I read it. I was so happy to be part of the project.
It's amazing. All of y'all, मतलब ये जो squad था, वो इतना powerful था, and I think it says a lot about a film जब start ही इतना धमदार होता है that it's sitting on the edge of your seat, you don't know what's happening, but you still want to know, and etc. etc. But tell us, how was it meeting Shah Rukh Khan for the first time?
That was awesome. We were all looking forward to that. So I think it was a week into shoot. We shot all of our intro sequences into the Metro first. And then we had a schedule where we met sir, and I remember the first time I met him, he's so warm, you know, and I was fully going in with like, oh hello sir kind of attitude, but he came and gave me a hug, and he smells like everyone who ever has hugged Shah Rukh Khan is like, says one thing is that he smells incredible. You know, it's just a thing. He knows it. Everyone knows it. And he was so sweet. I think I said, sir, you know, we're so excited to work with you. And he said, not more excited than I am.
Really?
And he was just really kind and warm. Shuru se, so I never felt intimidated around him.
But एक दिन पहले, did you have like any thoughts in your mind कि what are the first things you're going to tell him? Did you plan that or something?
I didn't plan. I didn't think कि हमारी इतनी बात होने वाली है. I didn't know what it was going to be like, you know. So I didn't expect anything. But he was so warm that it made me feel like I don't even need to plan what I'm going to say. I was just sit and I would ask him questions. I would speak to him like a you know, co-actor or like a boss rather, because he's also my producer. But so it was he's just so warm that it's hard to feel uncomfortable around him.
Were there any things that you've heard about him that, you know, just got aside when you met him? What is it that you knew about him that just changed?
So the thing is, I've only heard good things about him, and now I know why, right? Because they say never meet your heroes.
Yeah.
But those people who say that clearly have not met Shah Rukh sir, because he's like the one hero you want to meet. And I used to really love him before meeting him. And after meeting him, I love him even more, if that's possible, you know, because you see that how he is not just with me, not just with the actors, but with everyone on set. Yeah. He's very kind, and he's very just like he loves his job, you know. You can tell that after 30 years, he just wants to be there, and like that's the kind of passion I want to have in my life, you know. I think
there is definitely a conversation happening all over internet on how, you know, you and Abraham have connected over music.
We have not connected. Me and Shah Rukh sir have connected. So me and Abraham have only probably met like twice or thrice.
Yeah.
When he's come on set. But Shah Rukh sir, like heard Pooja, his manager, told him that I was a musician. He was like, let's have a jam session tomorrow.
Okay.
So he actually got, and he mentioned, he said Abraham has a home studio kind of recording things at home because he's really, you know, getting into music. So he got all that stuff to set the next day. He had like 2 guitars, a mic stand, a mic, a speaker, and I was like, "Yeah, shooting chal rahi hai ki matlab music concert chal raha hai." It was an amazing feeling, you know. And then to be able to sing my songs for him and to be able to like jam with him and kind of like what a surreal experience, you know.
That is amazing. Another fine actor in the film, apart from so many wonderful people, is Nayanthara. How was it on the sets with her?
It was really cool. So she's just a superstar in the South. Everybody, when we were in Chennai for a month, everyone I asked everyone from rickshaw drivers to people at restaurants. I was like, "Who's your favorite actress?" And everybody said Nayanthara. No one else said anything else. It's like she's the only actor there. So it was quite crazy to work with her and like see her as a person and stuff. And she's so powerful, and she has a certain kind of like just like very calm composure about her, and it was lovely. She like sat and she chatted with me, and she's just a really sweet person. And I think she gave us some restaurant recommendations in Chennai. It's just like really, we got to see her when she had her kids and stuff. So it was quite a journey. Quite a journey we went on for the past 2 years.
The Hindi film industry has seen a certain amount of change when it comes to negative characters and villains, and we're loving this change of, you know, villains also being comedians, giving us a comic relief, and Vijay Sethupathi just fits so beautifully. Like there's one scene, and I don't want to like, it's not a spoiler or anything, but I love it when, you know, there's a fight that's going on and all the other gang members are talking to Vijay Sethupathi, and he just says this line, "Baskar Paji," and then he just goes ahead. It's just, he's so natural. What have you loved about him?
I love Vijay sir. I will fight to the death. If anyone says Vijay sir was, you know, anything even slightly bad about him, I will fight them. I will use my Jawan training. I love him so much. So obviously I watched him in Super Deluxe and a few movies before that, and I was just blown away. So from the beginning only, and he's just such a humble person. Like when you speak to him, you don't feel like you're talking to a brilliant actor superstar. You just feel like he's just very like nice, calm, in his own zone. You know, he doesn't have anything flashy about him. And he's so dedicated to his art. So sometimes he would have an acting coach on set with him, and you know, like first of all, imagine being Vijay Sethupath's acting coach. Like, what a job! You know, like how will you ever sleep at night? And so he used to bring his coach and just to kind of bounce ideas off of like, how can I do this scene slightly differently? Is there any inflection I could change? So he's always trying to improve his craft, even though he's kind of at the top of it. And I remember this one specific instance in the jail where it was Shah Rukh sir and Vijay sir's that scene, double Shah Rukh sir and Vijay sir's scene. And it was, I think we did a wide take, which was just 4 or 5 minutes without cutting.
Yeah.
And normally we do a lot of cuts because Atlee sir's style is very fast and there's a lot of cuts. So we don't usually do a scene beginning to end, shuru se end tak, But that scene was beginning to end with Shah Rukh sir and Vijay sir. And I promise, after 4 minutes of just this scene going on, there was pin drop silence on a set of like 500 girls and crew, and 500 probably crew also. There was pin drop silence and everyone just burst into applause because, and this doesn't happen, like you're very professional on sets normally. Even if Shah Rukh sir does a great scene, you'll probably just be like, wow, nice scene and move on. But it was just, there was the energy, we were just shocked. We were like, this chemistry between the two of them is like chilling, and Shah Rukh sir is like, charisma and his style, and Vijay sir is like kind of improvisation where he just say something funny and it was not even kind of meant to be there, in the script. It was like chills, like two geniuses working together.
Now, Aaliyah, we love the fact that, this is a film that also showcases strong women like yourself.
Yeah.
How was it shooting the fight scenes? Kya difficulties, kya challenges aaye?
Fight scenes were my favorite part. I loved it. And I didn't ever think of myself as like an action hero or an action person before this film. But it's fully changed my mind about stunts.
Yeah?
Like, I loved it. It was one of my favorite parts. Was the stunt training, and we learned everything. We learned hand-to-hand combat.
So how long was this entire training for?
It would change. So depending on what the schedule needed. So for the hospital heist, we had about 4 or 5 days. For the final heist, the truck heist, we had maybe like 5 days also of training. So it depended on the team we were working with. The teams would also change, the stunt teams. But what a process to learn how to fight. And then you're fighting these like big guys who are like 7 times your size and you're just easily beating them up. It was super fun. And I think it's, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's the first Indian action movie that features so heavily on women fighting,
True.
Normally the women are kind of there as maybe a damsel in distress or a more like docile character. But this was the first time that you actually see women being like, we're going to fight for what has been done to us.
Correct. Absolutely.
And so it's powerful.
Oh, ye batai that who did you get the most closest to among your gang members?
All 5 of the girls. All 6 of us are like, honestly, a family. I don't know how this happened. And people are like, oh, 6 girls, must be a lot of cattiness. I'm like, not at all. Like, they are
This is not another era. We are like in 2023.
Exactly. I think there's such a stereotype about how women get along and how women are with each other. But actually, I feel like if you find a tribe of women who are just like not competitive but collaborative, and kind of like have that same empathy, and women are the most, like, for me, the most empathetic and like funny and wise people I've ever met. I have all been women. So to find 5 women in that group and then like get to work with them for 2 years has just been amazing. And there was never a thing of like, oh, I'm a bigger actor and you're a newcomer or anything. There was none of that. It was very warm. We just saw each other on a human level, and I think that also helped our chemistry in the movie.
Did you kind of feel like you should have also had a backstory like Leher and Sanya?
I knew from the beginning only like what the film was, because there were such a big star cast that I didn't expect that किसी न्यूकमर को शाह रुख खान की फिल्म में एक 10 मिनट का बैक स्टोरी मिलेगा. There was just no time. There was barely enough time, I feel like, to go over everyone's backstory, including all the Shah Rukhs and stuff. So I feel like, no, I don't feel bad about that. And I feel like, hey, since the movie is doing so well, अगले फिल्म में मिल जाएगी.
That's a great way of looking at it.
Yeah.
अच्छा, but मैंने सुना है कि आपको खुद टिकट्स नहीं मिल रही थी जवान की.
हाँ, नहीं मिली. पहले दिन तो इम्पॉसिबल. हमें प्रोडक्शन से मांगनी पड़ी कि प्लीज यार 10 टिकट दिला दो, हमें फ्रेंड्स फैमिली को लेना है. और हमें एक्चुअली लड़कियों को साथ में जाना था. तो 6 of us went to PVR together. Not 6 of us, some had to cancel last minute. But plan तो यही था कि all of us will go together, because from the beginning we wanted to watch our work and our team effort together. But yeah, production had to book.
And tell us, how was the experience watching it on the big screen with the public?
It was a crazy experience, because people were cheering for us, screaming, whistling, hooting. Geeti mein to log naach rahe the. So, it was a surreal experience to see something you've put so much love into be loved by so many people.
True.
So rewarding and satisfying.
Apart from your role, if given a choice, who's the other role that you would love to do?
Ooh, Shah Rukh Sirs.
क्यों नहीं बिल्कुल lovely.
Hi, this is Aaliyah Qureishi on Jhalli, and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.